Okay, let's explore the meaning behind a ring. Where did wedding rings originate from? What were the first wedding rings? Egyptian, Greek, and Roman wedding rings. It was the Egyptian pharaohs who first used rings to represent eternity. That's because a circle has no beginning and no end, and reflects the shape of the sun and the moon, which the Egyptians worshipped. Just based on this paragraph, we already know that it's a pagan thing. A ring is not what it seems to be, as a representation of eternity and love. Uh, that is not the case. Based on this paragraph, we can already guess that is something that invented by the saintless. The pharaohs are the offsprings of Cain, which is the offspring of Satan then, because Cain is half human, half Satan, which is fallen angel, which means pharaohs, they are giants, and they invented the ring. The ancient pagan Romans were probably responsible for beginning the use of the engagement and wedding rings. They wore the ring on the third finger of the left hand because they believed that a vein from this finger runs directly to the heart. It was the Egyptian pharaohs who first used rings to represent eternity. That's because a circle has no beginning and no end, and reflects the shape of the sun and moon, which the Egyptians worshipped. The Egyptians also thought that the open space in the middle of a ring represented a gateway to the unknown. The Egyptian Ouroboros rings portrayed a serpent swallowing its tail, representing the eternal cycle of things. The Ouroboros is one of the oldest symbols in the world, and its name means tail devourer in Greek. So, which means the ring is also a representation of Ouroboros. And so that leads to they try to associate a ring with eclipse. A ring of fire eclipse actually in the middle is the open space, which means the eclipse can also represent that the gateway is opened, right? When Alexander the Great conquered the Egyptians, the Greeks adopted the tradition of giving rings to their lovers to represent devotion. Many of these rings depicted Eros or Cupid, the god of love. When the Romans conquered Greece, they picked up on this tradition and began using iron and copper rings in marriage ceremonies. The iron rings sometimes had key motifs to symbolize that the wife now had control of the household's goods. By 2nd century CE, however, most rings were gold. Okay, now let's take a look of the meaning of the ring finger and other fingers if you put the ring on any of these fingers. The fingers and the basic elements. The thumb is fire because it's Mars. And then the index finger is air because it represents Jupiter. The middle finger is ether, is Saturn. Ring finger is earth, the sun. And then the pinky is water, Mercury. And where's Venus? So I've seen some teaching the ring finger is Venus, and some say the ring finger is the sun. So I believe should be the sun because the ring actually when they invented it is because they want to have power. So and okay, so here is Chaldean order of the planet. So it's interchangeable. Sometimes the sun is like the area below the thumb, and then the moon is right below the ring finger and the pinky, right next to the area of the sun. And then in this case, the ring finger is Venus. But I think most likely is the sun, the ring finger. If you don't understand, you can watch the movie series Lord of the Rings. So you have to put the ring on the ring finger because it represents sun. So it's an eclipse. The gateway in the middle is open space. At the same time, it's you rule the world. You have all the power. And so you've noticed that a lot of mafia they wear the rings on their pinkies. So the pinkies mercury is water. I believe it's because they know mercury is helping them to all sorts of things, and also you can, if you remember, have you seen that movie? What's that called? Long time ago. Um, that guy like hold up his pinky on his lips, in front of his lips. I believe is symbolic, representing Mercury. It's really important planet to the Satanists. I don't remember exactly what, but it's they worship Mercury like hell. And also that is also regarding to silence, right? Keep secret, such as that's um, a it's like a sculpture of Horus, like a I don't know, it's like a young Horus. He hold up a finger, put on his lips. So that is like, it's a very demonic thing. Um, so lately I've noticed that there's a YouTuber. He, I haven't seen him wear one rings before. And lately, he few weeks ago, he won two rings on two of his pinkies, one on his each of his pinky. And then just recently, like for the past 2 weeks or so, he only wear one ring on his one pinky. So I was thinking if he could be a control opposition. He could be the Satanist, one of them. And so at first, he wore two rings and each on the pinky finger. And then now it becomes one, two becomes one. And at the same time, it's very sensitive because the pinky also representing water, mercury, right? Water. So isn't it were telling us he is doing some kind of ritual and the tsunami is coming. I'm thinking about it because obviously he could be a gatekeeper because sometimes I saw him on his video. I saw him smirking. Like when he smile, he like angle up on one side, his lips angle up. That is also a sign that that person is a Satanist, or at least one of their agents, you know? So, okay. The myth, mystery, and meaning of rings. Rings have been a meaningful adornment from the times of the ancient Egyptians through the age of the Greeks and on in today. Throughout history, the rings have at times served as mere decoration. They have also indicated rank, and they have symbolized deeper meanings such as eternity, reincarnation, energy, unity, power, and safety. If a ring is set with a stone, it can bind you with the energy of that stone. Some Native Americans wear turquoise, and that power doubles when the stone is set in a ring. Some even interpret the presence of a ring in a dream as representing a desire for reconciliation of the different parts of your personality. The use of amber in a ring can help deepen a friendship if two amber rings are exchanged between friends. The way you wear a ring, on which hand and on which finger affects your energy. The bottom of the ring setting should be open, allowing the stone to be closer to your skin. The thumb rings have become a popular trend, but they block the energy of the thumb, awakening egoism and selfishness. Wearing the correct gem on your index finger can help you achieve your goals. So, it's all about esoteric magic and dark magic. Um, and wedding rings doesn't the wedding ring doesn't have any relation to God, and it's also not in the Bible.